what it was, what inspired you for it.
Can I come in?
Who's this?
Oh, look at who it
I don't even
is.
have a chair. How rude.
Hey,
Hello.
good to see you. Good to see you.
How's it going?
Fantastic. I'm very glad that you popped in. It's funny because we were just talking about this is Surat's first ever shoe. You, on the other hand,
I'm
are
wearing
sort of an
them
old
right
pro in
now.
this one.
Look at that.
Oh,
They look
nice.
awesome.
Fantastic. Yep. This is actually your
Yeah.
second shoe with us, which, is also.
And I hope for many, many more. I'm so thankful.
Oh yeah, we were very thankful that you were a part of this, and honestly, you signed up. We didn't have to ask twice. Let's just put it that way. So, I was basically just giving a little bit of background here, and I was passing it over to Surat to give us maybe a little bit deeper, look into what the shoe, what inspired you guys, talk about the story, and honestly, let's just start with the model in general, because even though Surat, you designed the shoe itself, Mercedes, you actually picked this model, the Puma GV Special. I don't know if there was any reason or rationale for that. Maybe I'm
Because they
putting you on the
look so
spot here,
damn
but
good on me. That is why. Because they are comfortable and they are popping. And they got me looking damn fine. Do you see that? That's why I chose them. You don't have to ask me again. That's why.
All right. So now that we put that one to bed, why don't you tell us a little bit more about this, the story behind this, Surat? Because honestly, there's a lot there, and I think it's worth hearing it.
So, all right. So this essential idea was Marcus brought up the concept of doing Detroit versus Boston, and when I first heard that concept, I was like, okay, like I immediately went to two different sneakers, and so we approached this as in kind of an homage to their love for their cities. So the right shoe is the Boston shoe. You look on this side, it says Boston strong. On the left shoe, it's the Detroit shoe. So it says we are Detroit, they're both two mottos that are pretty synonymous within their cities. And if you look throughout the shoes, so on the top here, there's a map key. We designed this so that it's kind of like a treasure map, kind of like a kid's treasure map. I really love the movie, a Goofy movie. In the movie, they do the little map, so that's kind of the inspiration. But if you look at the map key, everything that's on the map key is on the shoe somewhere. So it's kind of like a little scavenger hunt. You can look through and find everything. And one of my favorite parts about this is that it's two separate shoes telling two separate stories, but when you put them together, they make one message. So it's the
we got a
maps
little bit of a
become
connection
one.
problem here, but it basically, when you put them together, it says "We Are Strong" on it. So you got Boston Strong,
and we are Detroit,
and we are Detroit. You put them together, and we are strong. So it's really like that sort of discovery element that's really cool about it. You've got all of those different landmarks on it, and then look, man, don't bury the lead. Tell me about those insoles.
Oh yeah, well I was literally about to get to that. So yeah,
that's the best part.
So like I said, like on the map key, there's all these different elements that you can look through, and you can find all the different landmarks. But then when you look inside the shoe, so this is like Marcus's Detroit shoe, we have a picture of Marcus Person, his personal motto, which is "Leaders lead." So I decided to put a piece of them inside the shoe because you're essentially walking in their shoes. So then we have Mercedes' side, and I asked her what Boston meant to her when we were first designing the shoe, and she said, "I felt like I found home."
Nice.
And you could go on about your story about like just how Boston feels to you.
Yeah. So for me, I grew up traveling around everywhere, and I never really had a place that I actually just felt like home to me until I moved to Boston. And that's where I started training for wrestling, and all my dreams started to happen. And really just a lot of opportunity happened for me in Boston, and I just felt really loved and just at home. And I felt like it was home because finally I felt me. I felt like this is my dream and where I all wanted to start, and this is Mercedes. So Boston for me will forever be home, no matter what city or state I'm in. I always want to rep this city because it has brought me so much. And together with the world, we are always strong and united. So We are strong. Please get this shoe. I'm so excited and so happy. And Surratt did such an amazing job. I'm so proud of him. So yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity to do another shoe.
Yeah, no, it's great that there's just so much meaning.
One of the best reasons for having this model shoe is because it's a classic, and each city is a classic city. So it's one of those things where you can look at the shoe every time and maybe find something new, and that's kind of what I want.
Yeah, there's layers and layers of storytelling to sort of to peel back, which I think is great. And honestly, that's the best part of the shoe. If you look at it,
even the stripes, the Boston stripe, it's the blue and red Red Sox, and we got the blue and gray Detroit Tigers. So it's all in there. If you dive in, you'll find something new every single time.
Yep, and I think it's great too, because it's just sort of like, as passionate as Mercedes is about Boston, on the flip side of that, Marcus is just as passionate about Detroit. And I think that initial conversation that we had about what the thematic would be was, hey, this isn't about the idea of Detroit versus Boston, because that's usually the way that we think in context of these cities, because we think of it in sports teams and versus, and we sort of did the hey, let's take the versus, turn it into us and talk about the reasons that our cities actually have more in common than we think, and what kind of brings us together and kind of unites us. And I think that was a really a great storytelling component to this whole package. So.
Yeah, the idea of just bringing that story together and hopefully having it translate in a way for that the person wearing the shoe, the person looking at the shoe can pick up on that story and have a connection with it. That really brought something out in me that really, it connected with me a lot. So I really wanted to do that kind of story justice.
Yep. So if you go back all the way to your days working in Foot Action, right? Is where you started out your career?
Foot Action, Eastfield Mall, Springfield, Massachusetts. I started off in the stockroom, not even on the payroll, just the manager would pay me out of her pocket to help out. And that was back when I was 15 years old. And that's where my love of sneakers began. And it's still here today. Like, she tells me all the time I have way too many sneakers in my closet.
How many you got?
But so do I.
What's
so do I.
Yeah, she's got way more
and
than
I
me.
used to work at a shoe store too, which is crazy. I used to work at Baker's and sell super high heels.
Nice.
So now I'm making tennis shoes like a boss. It's so cool. But yeah, we have too many sneakers.
What do you guys have? Hundreds, thousands? What's your number?
I need
What's up?
Connection is.
We definitely
is it my
definitely
connection
have a little bit
or
of connection problem.
Yeah. But yeah, this is like, it's just not only being able to design the shoe and bring that story forward, but having to be for a good cause. Putting shoes on the feet of the less fortunate. Like, both of us, we both grew up with not much money at all. Like, we know what it's like to have hand-me-downs, to go to Goodwill to get your shoes and things like that. So having a new pair of sneakers, it's something that really like brought your spirit up. It made you feel good inside, and to do that for some other kids is that's an amazing thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's just sort of, it's a great great story all around. It's we're definitely helping a lot of people in need. We're also giving you your first opportunity to design a shoe, and I'm sure when you thought back to those days, kind of working in the stockroom, designing a shoe probably wasn't at the top of it. Maybe it was. I could be wrong, but
it was always a want. Like, I remember when the like the Nike reps or the Reebok reps would come in, I'd just look at these new prototype shoes and I'd be like I want to design something like that. I remember when it was the Nike ACG boots, like they had a new iteration coming out. I remember looking at them like, oh, this is so different than what was out before, and I was like, I want to do it.
I just also want to ask you, right?
we got a special guest here.
Why you want a shoe too? I want a shoe. I'm a size 1. He's a size 1, okay?
I was gonna say, don't think that in my mind I don't see dog shoes and cat shoes as a big market out there. Like, I legit.
We need a Ryu corgi shoe. Who wants one? Who wants a corgi Ryu shoe? Let me see it.
I'm telling you,
that's what we want. That's what they want. I give to them.
Don't tell me that you've never put him in a pair of crib shoes before.
No, so we don't have any crib shoes here. So I put him in like a Tom Brady jersey, a Spider-Man hoodie, but no shoes yet. I should get some little footsies or some little booties, some Jordan ones, and put them on. And see him walk around the house.
Yeah,
He already slides everywhere. I can imagine him sliding in those too.
nice. Yeah, so I mean, this is definitely, this has been in the works for a while now. So I'm very excited that we're sort of on the eve of this. So let's, put a little bit more info out there. So we're going to launch this tomorrow. It's going to be available on footlocker.com at 10 a.m. Eastern time.
10 a.m. Eastern time. Get on it, everybody. Just see, I had this issue trying to get a PS5 a couple days ago. I want you guys to have this same issue trying to get this. Not really, but just be online waiting
Get
exactly the same way.
Support.
Yeah, support.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and just to be clear too, this is going to be a limited drop.
Yeah.
So that this will not probably be easy to get. So I would suggest if there are people out there who are looking for it to probably get in line, because I have a sneaking suspicion that pretty early on this is going to end up being sold out.
It's going to sell out for sure. So get in line. In line online and get the show. Okay.
Now, there's a little bit of kind of insider information here too. If you're not going to be able to get it online, there is one other place that you can get it, and that's actually at Marcus's store, which is on 8 Mile Road in Detroit. He's going to have some pairs there, because there's no way that we could have a store manager designing a shoe and not have him be able to sell some pairs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and if you're not sure what the store looks like, go look up the pictures of the Detroit shoe and look for the Foot Locker on there, because I put a graphic of that Foot Locker on the shoe to represent Marcus. So,
yeah, I mean, honestly, that piece alone was amazing. That you were able to slide that in there. The picture of his actual store is on this shoe. Like,
yep.
I mean, I'd say you left no stone unturned on this one, my friend. So great job.
Yep. Thank you so much. I tried. I just tried to represent their love as best I can, and hopefully it comes across.
Hope you guys like it.
And look, storytelling in footwear design, it's very, very important. I think that just sort of came naturally to you. It didn't, I didn't really have to sit here and, twist your arm and try to convince you. I mean, you were just like right there, kind of putting it all together. And, I was, very pleasantly surprised with that hidden skill set that you had there, man. I knew you had it in you, but, great job.
Thank you so much. I mean, like, it's just practice. With all her gear, like every single piece, there's some kind of story to it. If you delve deep enough, they're not just random colors. They're not just, oh, this is a cool design. There's something in there that speaks to her. And I just try to, again, reflect that in the shoe, not just for her, but for Marcus and for the people, for the people that the whole Collaboraid program represents. It's about more than just shoes. It's about more than just spending money to put something on your shoe. It's about having this connection and giving back a little bit to the people that are around us.
So tell me about that Boston shoe a little bit. Like those monuments and landmarks on there, like, what inspired that? Like Mercedes, like what do those things mean to you? What is that? What are the emotions and memories that those invoke?
So let's give us some memories.
Let me read it. Newbury Street is one of my favorites. I don't have my glasses on. But I would go there every single week. Like Boston is it's the nitty gritty. It's where I found myself. So we have Newbury Street, and I'm talking about walking. You are stepping into my shoes. You're walking into my feet. Then I always would walk down to Chinatown to try to find my Asians, to try to find my crew and be like, boo-boos, where are you? Let's talk. Next thing you know, we keep on walking. Where's that? The Boston Marathon? The end of the finish line? Ooh, baby. Because Boston is the best. I mean, what's next? What is that, babe?
It's Faneuil Hall.
Oh my gosh. That's his favorite.
I love Faneuil.
That's all him. Continue this journey. We are just gonna keep on walking through Boston.
What's your favorite food? What's your favorite snack in Boston?
I cannot even see.
Okay, let's look at.
I don't have my glasses. Let's look at
the map.
Oh my god, my lobster rolls. Yeah. Which I wanted last week. I was in Boston last week and I couldn't even have it because I have to keep on looking incredible and amazing for Oscar. But if you're in Boston, you cannot leave without having a lobster roll.
Yeah, you really can.
You can't.
You really can.
Yeah, this is probably the first ever shoe that has a lobster roll on it as well. So congratulations on that first.
We need extra butter though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has to be on a New England roll. It has to be on a New England roll. You gotta, if you,
No
you
doubt
know
about
what,
that.
you know what a New England roll is.
Yeah, but honestly, most people don't even know what a New England roll is, man. So
Look it up. And so, yeah, then we go into the Marcus's Detroit shoe. And if you look here, we have a record player, just symbolizing the music background of that city. That's Motown. That's it's so synonymous with Detroit that we had to represent the music on there somehow. Then we have 8 Mile Road, probably after the movie is probably the most famous road in Detroit to non-Detroit citizens. So, you know, we had to put that in there. Then that's American Lafayette and American Coney Island and Lafayette Coney Island. And long story short, there is a Coney Island hot dog rivalry going on in that city, and both stores are owned by the same family. They're right next door to each other, and one of the things you can do when you go to that city is you go taste both and see which one's better. See which one's better. And
Have
then,
you tried that?
Yeah.
Which one's better?
I'm not saying. Have them go find out.
hey, we'll have to ask Marcus that one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is a homage to just the Motor City. Because Detroit's known for its automobiles, and this is just a car factory. It's a little assembly line, and basically, you know, Detroit has been known for, you know, Ford Motor Company, Pontiac, just the American motor industry runs through Detroit, and this is just our way of paying homage to that. And then finally, we end at that 8 Mile Foot Locker, where you'll find Marcus working his 40 to 60 hours a week, you know, on the grind, selling sneakers with all his chalk line jackets on. And, you know, that's all him. This is the story of Marcus in a shoe.
Yeah, well, again, phenomenal job. You know, just a reminder, everybody, this is going to be available at footlocker.com tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Also be available only at the Foot Locker 8 Mile store in Detroit. Obviously, ask for Marcus. You know, if you go there, limited pairs though, so you know, certainly, you know, be there early. Let's just put it that way.
Exactly.
Yeah, be there early.
And check out my Instagram page really soon, because I'm about to post some really cute pictures of myself in these beautiful shoes. So thank you guys.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I truly appreciate both of you, you know, being involved in this. You guys are incredible. You're always here, great friends of our brand, you know, and of mine, and always willing to help. So, you know, Sarat, this is your first shoe. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully it's not your last shoe either. So,
and
yeah,
thank you for just the opportunity. Like, you've been so good to us, and, you know, we couldn't repay you enough. You're an amazing person, and you're just, yeah, you're an awesome dude.
Yeah, you can keep going. You can keep going. All right. Well, I appreciate it, guys, and we'll hopefully see you again real soon on our next project. So, because you know we're gonna have.
I'm looking forward to it.
There's no way we don't.
My fingers are crossed. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate it, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye, guys.